That's a look. And right behind you, Sarah Lancashire, joined now by your other good friends from Coronation Street. That's the end of another lovely show. On this side of the hall, as you would have seen, more friends and family from Oxfordshire, your stepson Stuart and his wife Margaret and their daughters Sarah and Nicola. And Nicola, you're following in the footsteps of your grandfather, Jill's late husband Cliff.
Yes, he was a doctor and I qualified myself 2 years ago.
And Jill, I'm told you were on stage at the Hippodrome in Wolverhampton when you had your first encounter with your future husband.
Yes, I did.
What happened?
Well, they were taking the mick. There was some dentists and doctors. They were having a night out. So I just said to the audience, you've seen many a rotten egg in a box, haven't you? This is that lot. So they had to hide behind the curtain, because they were all professional men, you see.
A romantic start.
Yes.
After the show, he went backstage, and the consequence was you were married on March the 12th, 1949, at Stourbridge in Worcestershire.
Yes.
And Stuart, as well as medicine, your father had another talent.
Well, he had a very keen sense of humour. In fact, he wrote many of Jill's sketches.
And you blew the dust off a famous sketch that Cliff wrote for you to bring back music hall memories in the television show 12 years ago, The Porteress.
Yes.
You don't have to meet him on this. Well, I was talking to him, a chap come up. He says, hey, what time's next train to Manchester? I says, hey, I'm busy. Look on timetable, look on timetable. He says, I never read fiction. Folks who come to ask me silly questions get damn silly answers for replies. Although I have considered some suggestions, I could open your eyes. Oh, how's your father? I could open your eyes. Shut up.
Well, back in the 1940s, you toured the variety theatres with sketches playing a dippy waitress and a battered bride, among others. And there were times when you shared the bill with the young comedian you were to meet up with again many years later.
Why don't you keep your big mouth shut?
Percy! Percy!
You've got Billy!
Oh, do a runner, Percy! Do a runner, lad!
tonight, for a change, Percy is in pursuit of you, Bill Waddington.
Sit down, darling. Sit down, you're getting on a bit.
Speaking of that, it's precisely, 35 years since you two appeared on the same bill?
Oh, yes, it is, yes.
Blackpool.
Yes, it only seems like yesterday. Rock
It
day
does,
yesterday,
darling.
wasn't it?
Yes.
No, I've always respected him, a very great artist, a very great talent. I've got great respect for you in the show. I'm sorry I have to do what I do, but it's the show, that's what we get paid for. But, you know, Jill, you know I breed racehorses, I'm bragging now, but I do, and I went to name one about 3 weeks ago, and I phoned Weatherby's, and I suggested various names, and one of the girls shouts out, "Why don't you call it Phyllis?" I said, "No, love, it's a hurdler, not a chaser." But I'm honoured to work with you, Jill. God bless you. I think the world of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Well, Jill, this is your life, and you were born not far from here at Monton Green, Eccles, on a December day in the era of gas lamps and hansom cabs.
Yes.
Your father, Alf, stuck to the straight and narrow. He was a tightrope walker. And there's your mother, Marie Santoy, every inch the singing star of her day. And here she is on stage with her own company. You were christened Honor Margaret Roselle Santoy Fuller, living up to that impressive handle in this picture. How did all that become Jill Summers?
Well, they rang me up to see if I'd go on answer to entertain the troops, which I did. In many ways, and I hadn't got a stage name then. And I was having a Jill of beer, and it was a hot day, and the agent said, "What's your stage name?" I said, "Jill Summers." The Jill and the Summers Day. So that's how it happened.
Perfect. Well, you were only 13 when your mother died, and a year later you were working in a cotton mill at Tildesley, and then you went into service. At 16, you married for the first time. With your husband Jack, who was twice your age, you opened a newsagent shop in Sale, near Manchester, and converted one room into a hairdresser's.
Yes.
At the outbreak of war, as you've told us, you joined the service's entertainment organisation, ENSA, as a singer, but you turned to comedy when something happened to your voice.
No, I tripped up some stairs and turned around and came out with a mouthful. And the audience applauded. I thought, this is it. So I said, no, to be a little.
By the time ENSA took its last curtain call at the end of the war, you were a fully fledged performer. Now, the winter of 1948 sees you in Panto at the Dewsbury Empire, Aladdin.
And
Yes.
you played my mother, Widow Twankey.
Principal boy, 45 years ago, is Sheila Hannaway.
I don't believe.
What told of you, my son?
Sheila, it says here that you had a bit of a problem with your tights.
Yes, well, I'm a girl of few words, but I'll do my best to explain it to you. When I first started playing Principal Boy, there was not a knicker on the top of tights. So my means of supporting my tights was an elastic band around my waist and tape stitched to the top of each tight. And we make our entrance, and I'm telling Jill about this wonderful and magic lamp, and Jill has no comeback, and I'm standing with legs far apart and waiting for the comeback from Jill, but not a word. And the laughter in the audience, well, it's crescendo, it's unbelievable. So this is a straight scene, but it's a big comedy thing. And Jill turns. Remember, Jill? Can you remember the word you said?
Got a tapeworm.
Yes. And I had a song to sing in this scene, a big song. So what did I do? Went quickly to the side of the stage. Now,
Michael, I'll give you 2 guesses what I did with the tape. But I've not been the same girl since.
One day, Sheila took you to meet a panto star that she was working with in Jersey. You knock on the dressing room door.
Come in, dear. I'm free.
And he still is, John Inman.
Look at the beauty of that.
Yes. I must say that that lovely brooch of yours, of course, means you're king rat of the water.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I am indeed. I wore it. I'm glad you mentioned it because people might think I was the mayor of Stockport or something.
Well, not yet. But was it Jersey that you actually first met?
I was doing the summer season in Jersey, and bless her, you came to Jersey to see the play, and she came backstage first of all and had a little glass or two and whatnot, and about to go on. And I got the manager to take you through the power store and do it very nicely, hadn't I?
Oh,
She
yes.
always do it properly.
Yes.
And she was wearing this beautiful mink coat that I coveted like mad, you see. And I said, Jill, would you like to leave it in my dressing room? No, no, kid. I've had to work hard for this coat. I'm taking it with me because if you've got it, flaunt it.
Thank you, John. Very much. Well, another friend from those touring days who, like yourself, is never happier than when she's making people laugh is, I'm afraid, suffering a bit tonight. She's confined at home after breaking an arm and a pelvis, but she insisted on appearing on your bill, Beryl Reid.
Hello, Jill. How lovely to be with you this evening. I have so many fond memories of you. I think we go back almost 50 years, which is a bit of a disgrace, isn't it? But you taught me so much. I mean, your language was so fruity. It made me laugh so much. I can remember everything you used to say to me on and off stage. And I do hope that you have a wonderful evening.
And lots of get well soon messages go to Beryl from her hometown of Manchester.
Yes.
Now, Jill, let's take a look at an act that you've always admired.
Now, I told you, if you were going to try and do this, you'd get your knickers in a right twist.
You toured together 40 years ago, Murray Orthy. Murray, did Jill take your advice?
Well, no, actually, she rather fancied herself in my sequin G-string and feathers. She said it was sexy.
Well, yes. And you shared digs all over the country.
Yes, we certainly did. I don't know whether it was Berry or Blackburn.
Nelson.
One of the number one
Nelson.
names, wasn't it? Yes. And this landlady, she would insist on giving us pastry.
Every day.
Every day. And it was horrible pastry. So we used to get rid of it by flinging it over people's backyards. Do you remember?
Walls.
Very gaily. So
Yeah.
one day we fling it over a fence and this old boy stood up. He was wearing a bit of apple pie on his shoulder.
Yes.
And he said, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" See? So I said nothing, but my friend Flicker here, she looked at him and she said, "Oh, you are a sport."
Yes, it was a spot.
What a strange story. Murray, thank you very much.
See you later.
You'll be glad to know that landlady is not here tonight. Well, Jill, it took a long time for you to enjoy the sort of television fame you have today. Here's how viewers first saw you back in 1956 in Summers Here. You appeared again the following year in a program about the women's arm of the Showbiz charity organisation, the Water Rats. They, of course,
Yes.
are the Lady Ratlings, and you are a keen supporter.
I am.
The current Queen Ratling has to be on stage in Chichester tonight, but from her dressing room, she says hi.
Hello, Lady Rattling Jill Summers. It is my privilege tonight, as Queen of the Lady Rattlings, to send you love and fraternal good wishes from all your sister Rattlings, Jill. God bless you. Have a lovely time tonight. It's thoroughly deserved.
Thank you, Ruth Madden. And another great rattling friend of yours has taken a night off tonight.
When I heard about this evening, I just had to come over from my cafe in Louvion to say hello, hello to a very dear lady.
Yes, she has tunneled out of the Cafe Rene tonight, Carmen Silvera. Carmen, you two have done a lot of work for the Rattlings, haven't you?
Yes, indeed we have. Jill does a lot of charity work. And it isn't just a charity tonight, it's a great special evening for a very special lady. I just love Jill. She's a rattling good actress and a rattling good rattling.
Thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you very much. In 1963, you and your doctor husband, Cliff, leave Wolverhampton to set up home in Ossett, near Leeds, when he's offered a post as principal medical officer for schools. Music hall is finished, but you become a popular act in the Northern Clubs boom. Coronation Street first called as long ago as 1972. You were Charlady Bessie Proctor then. You appeared 10 years later as Phyllis Pierce. In between, you played the mother of one of Britain's most popular actors in This Year, Next Year in 1977. Well, tonight he's filming for his new series, Harry, but he's got this to say from Darlington, Michael Elphick.
Evening, Mummy. Remember me? Jack? Look what you've done to me. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. I'm sure you are. Enough of that, and you've never seen me in a tie before, have you, either? Anyway, I just wish you lots of luck for tonight. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And I'd like to tell everybody else that those that only see you in Coronation Street don't know half of it, or even an eighth of it, do they? All those days in the theatre. There must be thousands of people who have enjoyed what you do. And I'd just like to say you are one of the funniest ladies I've ever met.
Thank you, Michael. Jill, Coronation Street hadn't even been thought of in the days when you played Manchester's Palace Theatre. And 40 years on, someone has made a return visit there tonight, and he'd like a word, Ken Dodd.
You know, Jill, you were one of the inspirations for me coming into show business. You're partly responsible. As a lad, I used to visit beautiful variety theatres like this and watch all the variety acts. I used to watch you and your brother, Tom Moss, that fabulous singing act, the wonderful duets you used to do. Tom Moss and Jill Summers, that fantastic baritone voice booming out. And your brother had a nice voice as well. You deserve every happiness. I hope you're having a lovely time, Jill. And on behalf of all the Diddy men and everybody at Notty Ash, can we wish you continued success, good health, and the time to enjoy it.
Thank you, Ken. Now, Ken is not quite the last act on our variety bill tonight. Someone else has just arrived.
Oh, the draft in here. Shut that door. You know how frail Everard is? Yes, it's me.
Your great friend, Larry Grayson. Larry, the stage is yours.
Yes, well, actually, I think it was 1947. I went to see some friends at the Theatre of Bilston, which was a very big date. Actually, the act was Limo and the Ferocious Lion. It had got a tooth in its mouth. And anyway, on came this lovely lady, Jill, and I'd never seen anyone so funny in my life. The next time I saw her was at the Hippodrome in Coventry.
Yes.
Well, she came out this night as the portress, you know, with the thing. Never forget her. You know how she looked. She came out, she said, "Good evening, Bill. I bet you thought Marlene and Dietrich were coming on, didn't you?" Anybody less like Marlene and Dietrich, you've yet to see. But anyway, she played, she was wonderful. And I've always said to everyone, I've said one of the funniest ladies in the country, Jill Summers. And I remember looking at Dave Beryl then. We were doing a television show together just before Jill came onto the street. And she said, "Larry, what happened to Jill Summers?" I said, "I don't know. I've tried her for a long time." She said, "What a wonderful, funny lady. This is Beryl."
Yes.
And she said, I said, "Yes, I quite agree. We don't see it." And then the next thing, of course, you come on Coronation Street.
But these wonderful
Of course. I know them all. And he's aged. And she has been underrated, and now tonight, I'm so thrilled about this happening to you, Jill, because my goodness me, you deserve it. We all love her, don't we? Love her.
Indeed. Jill Summers.